first time stopping by to watch any of my videos, you are welcome. My name is Ikia of Headmistress. I'm a beauty artist and a photographer based in Ghana, West Africa. And if you already subscribed to this channel and you're coming back to watch more, thank you so much for coming back. It means a lot to me. And then if at the end of the day you find this video helpful, please do well to like and subscribe to this channel. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So today's video is going to be the very first episode of the Headmistress online beauty series. Yes, we did it, guys. The Headmistress online beauty series is finally here. If you're new and you don't know what the Headmistress online beauty series is, please do well to check that. I'm going to put a link here, somewhere here on the screen, or maybe it's going to be here. I don't know which of the sites the link is going to be, but I'll leave it in the description box as well, so you can check that out if you are interested in knowing what the whole fuss is about. And yeah, today's going to be the very first episode. I'm starting with makeup. I'm going to give detailed information as to what you need as a beginner when it comes to makeup. The only thing that you need, the basic things that you need in your makeup kit as a beginner, you don't need a whole lot of things, trust me. You need just a few things and you're good to slay. So first of all, I'm assuming you know your skin type and you know what works best for you. But if you don't worry, I have a blog post on identifying the type of skin you have. So if you haven't read it yet, I'm going to also leave a link here or in the description box. I'm going to leave a link so that you actually know your skin type, because it's very necessary to know your skin type so that you can select the right skincare product. Also, you're going to mix the whole thing up and you're going to talk all about a product or a tool or something, but probably it's just you're not selecting the right products for your skin. Okay, so I'm assuming you've already prepped your skin and you're ready to apply makeup, but you don't know where to start from. That is why I'm here. So we are going to first off start with a primer. Okay, I know probably you've heard of primer. What is a primer? What is it? What does it do? Okay, so what a primer does is a primer is supposed to be some sort of shield between your skin and the makeup. And the sort of primer that you need is dependent on the condition of your skin. So I'm going to use myself as an example. My skin is very oily. So when I'm going in for a primer, I am supposed to go in for a primer that is mattifying, in the sense that the finishing of the primer is going to be matte. That's if you have an oily skin, because you don't want your makeup to turn oily over a short period of time. The primer, one thing is the primer is not going to block all the oil from your face. It's going to reduce the time. It's going to elongate. Okay, it's going to elongate the time that you would usually sweat through your makeup. So it's not going to stop it completely. It's going to elongate that period of time that you would usually sweat. So for a person with an oily skin, you go in for a mattifying. Always check to see mattifying. And then there are lots of products. There are drugstore products and there are high-end products. Usually it depends on what you can afford, your budgets, but there are lots and lots of drugstore brands that are equally good. I haven't tried any, any drugstore brand that has really worked for me aside the Milk of Magnesia. That is the only thing that worked for me. I used to use the LA Girl primer, HD something primer, but it didn't do anything for me. So what I currently use is, if you've been watching my videos, you know what I use is the Becca, this name is very long, the Becca poreless, today look very short, no, the Becca Evermatte poreless priming the Becca Evermatte priming perfector, the Becca Evermatte poreless priming perfector. That is what I use, and it's really good for oily skin. And then the second type of primer that I know is the Illuminating Primer. This primer is really good for ladies it's really good for people who wear makeup who have dry skin. if you have dry skin, you want to go in for a primer that is illuminating, which means that it's going to give your face some sort of moisture, some sort of oil, so that your face doesn't dry up when you wear your makeup. So that is for people who have dry skin. Okay, and then for people who have suffered from certain skin conditions like acne and the rest, you realize that some parts of your skin have enlarged pores, and with people like that, you'd want to use a primer that actually fills in the pores so that your skin will have a smooth base for your makeup application. So these primers are usually called the pore fillers or pore perfecting primers also, I think, and there are various primers. So it depends on your skin. You can actually wear 2 primers at a time, one to fill in your pores and then one to mattify your face, which of them that works best depending on the condition of your skin. So that is all for primers. I think if you're a beginner, you'd want to go in for something which is really affordable, because you don't want to spend money on something expensive that might not work for you. So I would advise that as a beginner, you go in for something that is really affordable to start with. Okay, moving on to foundations. Foundations also work with the same rule of knowing your skin type and then buying foundations that go with your skin type. So the foundation that I have there are various types of foundation. There is a liquid foundation, there's a stick foundation, and there's the mousse. Is it mousse? The mousse. So I'm going to show you each of them. This is the Revlon Colorstay foundation, and usually when I started doing makeup, I didn't know that you'd have to know your skin type to buy certain makeup products. So my skin was really oily, so I'd buy products that were illuminating, and then by the time I leave my room to wherever I was going, my skin was already looking like something. They were about to try something on it. I didn't know that I had to buy some foundation that was mattifying, and they come in 2 different types. This one is for people with combination to oily skin. When we say combination, there are people who have certain parts of their face very oily and certain parts of their face really dry. So for those people, if they want to go in for a mattifying foundation, they can do that. And if they want to go in for an illuminating foundation too, or a dewy finish foundation too, they can also do that. So it's a win-win for those people. So Revlon comes in the dew. I think there's one for people with dry skin, there's one for people with oily skin. So if you're buying, please do well to read the inscriptions on the bottle. It's really helped a lot. This foundation is what I started out with. Is matte as well, so if you have oily skin, you can go in for that. And it has a velvety finish. I don't know if that is right or it's fair to say that it has a velvety finish and it's really good, and it's mousse, so it's like this. MaryKay is everywhere. If you don't know MaryKay, you probably have been living under a huge rock somewhere. MaryKay was a thing. It was a thing. Every makeup lover actually has some sort of MaryKay something in their collection, like MaryKay lip gloss, MaryKay. So this is the MaryKay medium coverage foundation. It's actually buildable, and yeah, I don't know if they still do this thing. It's been a long time since I saw this type of foundations, but 3 different foundations that you can actually look at, and they are really affordable. This is this one is from Maybelline, this one is from Revlon, and this one is from MaryKay. Depending on the stores that you buy them from, it ranges from I think 45 cedis to 90 cedis. That is the range. So your budget will tell which one you should go for, and your skin type as well. So just remember that, have that in mind. So moving on to concealers. Okay, there are lots and lots of concealers around. Concealer's job is to conceal, is to cover, is to hide. So after applying your foundation, you'd want to do some highlight and some contouring and all those kind of good things. You need a concealer. And then before you apply your foundation too, if you have a lot of hyperpigmentations and a lot of dark spots, you'd want to cover those spots with a concealer. And usually what we use to cover dark spots and hyperpigmentation is the orange concealer. That is what it does. It has something to do with color theory, where orange cancels out has something to do with color theory, where orange cancels out black. And moving on to the other concealers. Okay, you need a concealer too. Let me start from the top to the bottom. You need a concealer when you're highlighting your brow. Okay, so usually what we do is to use a concealer that is a shade lighter, not 10 shades lighter, not 20 shades, just a shade or two lighter than our actual skin tone, to actually give the concealer some sort of highlight. That is what the concealer does when you're using it, around your brows. And when you're using it for the top of your brow, usually it's advisable to use your own shade of concealer, because people don't usually do the halo eyebrows anymore. So use a concealer that is your shade, and then use a concealer that is a shade or two lighter than your actual skin tone to highlight the lower part of your brow. So when it comes to brow, that is what you do using a concealer. And then you'd want to highlight and contour your face. This concealer, you can use the same concealer that you use to highlight your brow, to highlight the areas of your face where you want to stand out, where you want light to hit. So for example, your forehead, down the bridge of your nose, and your under eye, and then your chin. And sometimes you can also create that sort of emphasis under your contour, so that it shows properly. And then this is a darker concealer. A darker concealer also's job is to contour your face. Concealer to contour, so you contour areas of your face where light doesn't hit. So this part of your face, the hollows of your cheek. So basically, as a beginner, you need just 4 concealer shades in your makeup bag. You need the orange corrector, which you're going to use to cancel your dark spots and your hyperpigmentation. And you're going to need a concealer that is actually a skin tone to clean up the upper parts of your eyebrows. And then you're going to need a concealer to highlight your face, which is a shade or two, not 10 shades, not 20 shades, just a shade or two lighter than your actual skin tone. And you're going to need a darker concealer to contour. So and all these concealers are from LA Girl, and they are super affordable. It ranges from I think 15 cedis to 30 cedis, that much, depending on the seller you get your products from. So that is all for concealers. So we are moving on to setting powders. Okay, so now that we are moving on to setting powders. So usually after you've highlighted your face, that is these areas, okay, the areas that light hit, you need to set those areas very quickly, because if you don't set it, it's going to crease. And that is what setting powders are used for. They are used to set highlighted areas. And if you're lucky and your setting powder is actually the same skin tone as your skin, you can use it for a face powder as well. So usually the setting powder that is mostly recommended for dark skin ladies is the Nye Powder in Topaz and the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. That is what is usually required for dark skin ladies. So after setting your highlights, you want to actually set your contour as well. Whenever you use your concealer, it's really advisable to set your concealer, else it's going to crease up. It's going to crease. So after setting the highlight, you want to set the contour as well. So this powder is the CoverGirl Queen bronzer, and it's in the shade Ebony. So you can use this to set your contour. Wherever you use the contour, you can use it to set the contour. And this thing ranges from I think 50 cedis to 70 cedis, depending on where you get it. Different stores have different prices. So you'd want to do your research and then actually find the one that you can afford, or the one which is closer to you, because sometimes the products might be very, very affordable, but the cost of shipping to where you are is going to be an issue. So just look for places which are closer to you, which places with good price range, and get your items from. So the next on my list is the Black Secret your blush. This blush comes with a contour as well. I don't know if it's a dark blush or a contour, but so the next on my list is a face powder. What face powder does is that it puts everything in place. You've done the highlight, you've done the contour, everything looks different. So the face powder is like a mid-range. It blends everything together, and it's usually the color of your skin. So that's what a face powder does. It actually blends everything together. So you need a face powder that is your skin tone, not something that is too light, because then it's going to make your face look different from your neck. And this face powder is super affordable. It goes with this foundation. So if you're a Maybelline fan, you can pick this one up too as well, and it's super affordable. I think it ranges from 40 to 50 cedis depending on where you get it from. Okay, so let's move on to blushes. Okay, and with blushes we have the powder blushes, we have the cream blushes, and we have the baked blushes. So I'm going to explain these things one by one. So the powder blushes are the blushes that are in the powdery form. That is as simple as that. And then the baked blushes are the one that has a bit of shimmer in them. And then the cream blushes are the blushes that are cream. just that. That's the basic. So depending on your skin type and the kind of look that you want to go for, you're going in for specific blushes that match the mood or the look you're going for. Yeah, so that is it. So I'm going to show you the different types of blushes as well. So this one is from Elf. Elf has one of the most amazing blush collections, and they have the blush palettes which come in 4-in-1. Okay, so Makeup Revolution also has this baked blush palette. The blush palette is actually baked, and it comes with a lot of shades. Actually, it comes with 8 different shades. So it looks like this, and it looks like this. You can actually use some as highlighters and some as blushes. That is, if you want your blush to have that shimmer look, but it's pigmented as well. And this thing was, I think, 45 cedis from Elf. That is the cream blush, and this is how it looks like. And yeah, so we are going to need to highlight test, because we are moving on to highlighters. That is everybody's favorite thing nowadays. Your makeup is incomplete when you don't have a pop of highlighter somewhere like this down the bridge of your nose. And yeah, so when you talk about highlighters, everybody's thinking Anastasia, Beverly Hills, Glow Kit, no, there are lots and lots of affordable options, and they do equally good or even more. Yeah, so the highlighter that I would recommend for a beginner is this highlighter from Makeup Revolution as well. Is really good for, it's supposed to be a baked bronzer, but it looks like it has 2 different shades. If you should actually look, so you can pick some from, you can pick some pigments from this lighter shade and some pigments from the darker shade. So yeah, you as a beginner, you don't need glow kits. What do you call glow kits? Like, you don't need glow kits. It gets this thing. I bought it for 25 cedis, but I don't think it's 25 cedis now. I got it from the goodie bag on Instagram, so yeah, you guys can check that account out. Okay, so now that we are done with highlights, I should have started from the eye, but I didn't do that, so I'm going to start from the eyebrow. Now the eyebrow, there are lots of products for the eye. Okay, you can use the eyebrow pencil, you can use the brow pomade, you can use the brow powder. Okay, so I'm going to show you the different alternatives that you can use to fill in your brows. Okay, so today what I used to fill in my eyebrow is this pencil. This is a normal brown pencil, and it's very affordable. I think it ranges from 1 CD to 2 CDs depending on where you get it from. This is the Miss Lauretta pencil in the shade number 8, in the shade or in the number 018. Don't forget 018, and it's very, very soft and pigmented. Very soft and pigmented. Yeah, very soft and pigmented. So you guys should try this out, and you come back and come and say, Headmistress, thank you. And then the other option is you can use a brow pomade. This is supposed to be a gel, but you can use that to fill in your brow, and then later on use a brown eyeshadow to set it, because if you don't set it, it's going to clean or smudge or something. So you need to set it with the powder. So yeah, it's brown, it's a dark brown as well, just like the shade of the pencil. Okay, so you can fill in your eyebrows with a brow pencil, you can use a brow pomade, and you can use just a brown eyeshadow depending on the kind of intensity that you want. So yeah, you can use any of these three, and they're super affordable as well. So yeah. Okay, so let's move on to eyeshadows. As a beginner, you don't need eyeshadows. Let me see, you don't really need eyeshadows because you are a beginner and there are some things that you should learn first before you move to the other. So I don't really recommend eyeshadow for beginners, but if you want to go into eyeshadows, you need to move to the neutral bits of eyeshadow. Avoid colors for now till you get your skills right, and then you later move to colorful eyeshadows. So I'm going to recommend a few neutral colored eyeshadows, and I'm going to start with this one. I started doing eyeshadows. Okay, this was the very first eyeshadow palette that I bought, and it's from ELF. It's their flawless eyeshadow, and this is their neutral colors. This is in the shade, I think it has a shade here, beautiful browns. Okay, so these are beautiful browns, and they actually help you by writing where you should apply the various colors. So you can put this one in the crease, this one on the brow bone, this one. So yeah, try out the ELF flawless eyeshadow as a beginner. You don't need colorful eyeshadows. Perfect your skills with the eyeshadow application, and then later when you build up your collection with beautiful colors. Because the next eyeshadow palette that I would recommend is the Morphe 35O. This thing was everywhere. Morphe 35O, Morphe. Yes, I understand why there was a huge fuss about this Morphe palette, because it has all the neutral shade that anyone would need from morning to evening look. It has shimmer shades and it has matte shades, and I think this palette is very good for beginners because there are crease colors, there are shimmer shades, there are brow bone shades, there are lots of shades that you can try out. So if you are a beginner and then you want a wide range of colors to try out from, I would recommend this palette right here. It's the Morphe 35O, and it comes in matte, all matte and all shimmer. But this comes in a combination of matte and shimmer. So yeah, you have a whole lot of colors to try from. Okay, so we are moving on to eyeliners. Eyeliners can be very tricky. There's the liquid eyeliner. This one is from NYC. This is their liquid eyeliner, and there's the gel eyeliner. I think the one I have here is from ELF, and there are the normal pencil, the one they call the kajal. You can also try, but I don't have the kajal here. I don't use kajals. I usually use the gel liners. Okay, so as a beginner, you can try the kajals for now, and then later you try the pomade, the gels, and then you move on to the liquid ones. See, this one is quite affordable. This one is from ELF. They are both affordable, both the same price. I think it ranges from 25 to 40 cedis depending on where you buy your products from. Yeah, every seller has their own prices, and yeah. So eyeliners, the liquid, the kajal, the one that has a pencil thing, and this is the gel. And there are other eyeliners where usually they are colorful liners, and then they're usually used to line the bottom part of the brow, the waterline. And the ones I have here are from Wet n Wild. Usually they use turquoise down there, green, violet, to give that eye that pop. And I'll probably get it. So yeah, these ones are from Wet n Wild. They're very affordable. I think I got it for 5 cedis for one. So we are going to move on to lip liners. Say it to me. Lip liner. Okay, so Okay, so now we are clear with what we can get for our face, our eyes. Let's move on to our lips. Okay, so with the lip, with dark skin girls like us, it's advisable to always line your lip in order to transition the color from your skin tone to the color of the lip product. So usually it's advisable to line your lip with a brown lip pencil. So you can either use the lip pencil you use, the pencil you use for your eyebrows, so you can get a lighter lip pencil. The one I have here, the one I usually use is this lip. I don't know if it's around, but it's a Tude professional eye and lip liner. And this is what I've been using. It's actually darker than the one I use for my brows, and it's really good for that kind of transition from your skin to the lip product. What I have, you see, sometimes you can also use your lip pencil as a lipstick. This is a very good example. This is the Zaron lip liner pencil, and it's really soft and really pigmented, so it does that job perfectly well. And yeah, I got this, I think it's in the shade, and it's in the shade EZ014 Stallion. Yeah, I think that is the shade. Yes, and it's really pigmented and really soft, and it covers the lip. It looks like a matte lipstick. Actually, if you wear it, looks like a matte lipstick. And the one I have here is the LA Girl lip liner. This is where you can actually line your lip. Okay, other alternative is when you line your lip, just the lip, and you apply a clear lip, how do you call it, lip gloss, and it gives you a very nice and smooth finish. So yeah, various colors you can try the browns. This one I have here is in the shade Spice. You can try the browns, you can try the pinks and the reds and the wines and all those kind of colors. This one is in party pink. And Kiss Beauty also has really pigmented and soft lip liner, so you can try Kiss Beauty, LA Girl, Zaron, and the normal pencil that we have on the market to see which one works for you. So try any of these lipstick. You can use them as a lip liner to transition from your skin to the lipstick. You can use them as a lipstick on its own, and you can use line your lip and then put a lip gloss, coat that with a lip gloss. And so let's move on to lipsticks. Okay, lipsticks, as a lady, you need different types of lipstick to suit your mood. So you need a nude lipstick, you need like a pink, yellow lipstick, and you need a red lipstick. Okay, there are various brands of lipstick, and you can try the Revlon lipstick, the Milan lipstick. The MAC is really expensive, so you can try Revlon, you can try NYX, you can try those affordable ones. I'm going to show you a few of what I have in my makeup basket. There are different types of lipstick. There are matte lipsticks and lipstick that have a bit of moisture in them. There are cream lipstick as well. So I'm going to show you a few of what I have here. This is from Milani. It is their matte lipstick in the shade Matte Confident, and it's red. I got this thing from I think I got this from Ultimate Glamour. Is it Glamour Ultimate or Ultimate Glamour? So I got this thing from Ultimate Glamour. Okay, so the lipsticks I have, I think this one is a nude lipstick from Cascoles. Cascoles. This one looks like a word that my classmates would pronounce Cascoles. Cascoles, and then it's actually nude. I got this thing on a sale from a Zaron stand, but it's not Zaron. It's from the brand Cascoles, and it's a very nice nude lipstick for people or ladies who are melanin blessed with melanin. So yeah. And this is a lip cream, supposed to be, so it's matte soft lip cream. That's what they've written here. It's a matte soft lip cream from NYX, and it dries matte, but it's not mattifying. It dries matte, but it's not mattifying. I think I have one from LA Girl, but it's not in my makeup basket now. That one is really matte. It dries matte, and the colors are really pretty. So you can try the NYX lip cream, you can try the LA Girl matte lipsticks, and you can try the melanin matte lipsticks, and you can try this one from Coles, and they are all super affordable. They range from I think 15 cedis to 40 cedis depending on where you get them from. Yeah. And then moving on to lip glosses. If you know me, you know how much I love lip glosses. So I have different lip glosses here. I think this one is from, I don't know where this lip gloss is from. The name as well, I think, is it Iman? This thing is everywhere on the market, and this thing is actually long wearing it. And I think it ranges from 2 cedis to 5 cedis depending on where you buy it from. It's really long wearing. When I went to work in the morning, those when I used to work back in school. When I wear this thing in the morning, when I put this thing on in the morning, by the close of the day, this thing will still be there. How else do I even explain how good this thing is? And it's very affordable as well. And this one is from Glam. I don't know if it is Glam or Glams. The name is not on. The name has wrapped up. So this one is from Glam. And the next one I have here is from So. I don't know if it's So Aesthetic or So something. It's just So. I bought this thing at a fair, and it's also quite affordable, and it smells really nice. It smells like it smells like grape, and it has a bit of shine, like glitters, and it's their luxury gloss. It's really luxurious. Like I can't lie to you guys. It's really luxurious, and it's in the shade Iced Wine. Pamper yourself. Go get me. Okay, so there are different types of mascaras. Okay, mascaras are identified by the type of brushes that come with the mascara. So some mascaras are used to separate the lashes. Some mascaras are also used to elongate the lashes to give the illusion of longer lashes. The mascara I have here is from Sleek, and what it does is it elongates my eyelashes, and it also separates them. It also preps it for the false lashes. But as a beginner, you don't really need a false. You don't need to move into the false lash now. You can go with the mascara. But if you're daring and you want to move straight into the false lashes, you're free to do so. But I would advise to start with the mascara for a period of time, and then you move to falsies. Last but not the least is setting sprays. Because now you have everything, your face is made and everything, and it looks a bit powdery. So you need a setting spray, and a setting spray too has to do with skin type. So everything that you put on your face has to do with the skin type. So the setting spray, we have the setting spray that is matte and setting spray that is dewy. They give a matte finish, and the ones that give a dewy finish. So depending on your skin type, you need to get a setting spray that goes with your skin type. So I have 2 setting sprays here. Okay, and setting sprays also take away the powdery finish that you have when you finish applying your makeup. So that's what the setting spray does. It mattifies your face, it sets everything in, and also reduces the powdery thing that you have in your face when you finish applying your makeup. And what I have here is the Benign Finals. Now this finishing spray, I heard that if I didn't really experience it for myself. I think I didn't really try that if you spray this thing on your face, it actually doesn't transfer. Your makeup doesn't transfer. If you should hug somebody in a white shirt, it wasn't going to transfer. But I didn't really experiment with that till I just remember that kind of story. So let me be honest with you. Let me be honest with you guys. This setting spray actually burns. I don't know why it burns. Probably the ingredients in the setting spray. But let's say that if you have some sort of cuts, maybe from trimming your eyebrows, this one is going to burn you, and it has some sort of mint scent. So it's really strong. If you're not somebody who is into strong scented products, you're not going to like this. But yeah, it's good. It's good too. The one I have here is the MAC Fix Plus, and this product actually puts everything together. It takes away the powdery finish that you have on your face when you apply your makeup. It sets everything together. So I think this is the end of this whole package. This is what I have here, and yeah, I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I was able to cover everything from the primer to the 7th spray. So that's it, guys. I hope this video was very helpful to you. Hope you learned one or two things that you want to add to your makeup knowledge. And if you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up and share with your friends, your family. Let's help a sister, help a sister, help a sister. We all stay together. You get it? Yes. And then do also subscribe to this channel as well, so that you get more in-depth, knowledge into stuff like this. I think the next video is going to be on makeup tools, so you don't want to miss it. And if you subscribe, so please do also click on the bell beside the subscription button. It gives you a notification that I have uploaded a video. And